Hello, this is Kevin Bronco from the cast of Ren. I happen to know a lot of people in the cast because I go to Westboro Central, as does 60% of the cast, or the rest of the cast. And so I thought it'd be neat if I told you a little bit about the people that I know. Alright, so we'll start with people who graduated, or just graduated. So first we have Zach Halko, and Zach will be playing Roger. And a fact is that Zach is very good at ice hockey and gym floor hockey. I was on his team once, and we did pretty well. And a fun fact about Zach is that one time on Valentine's Day, well, this was just this past year for Children of Eden, which was the musical. Like we were doing some song or whatever. It was supposed to be like one of the big ensemble songs, and then they started playing Frank Sinatra, and I thought, all right, maybe I'm crazy or something like that. But then I realized, oh, he was singing, to his girlfriend Kate, who you'll meet later on. But I just thought it was really funny, and everyone else thought it was pretty cool. So yeah. Alright, and then next we have Alex Evans, and Alex will be playing Angel. And a fact is that Alex is not going to college, but is instead going to try to become a professional actor, and so he's going to an acting conservatory in Manhattan. I don't really know what the word conservatory means, but that's okay. But yeah, I know someone else in the cast. Who was it? Oh, I talked to Andre and Sam, the kids from South Brunswick, and they said that they wanted to do professional actor or something like that. So yeah, you could talk to Alex. He might know about that. I don't know. And my fun fact for Alex, though, is that every day of practice, he stole Mr. Hogan's keys, like to his car and all his wonderful keys. And Alex also has a great off-color sense of humor. So if you have a dirty mind, you should definitely talk to Alex. Well, even if you don't have a dirty mind, you should talk to Alex. But yeah. All right. Then next we have Steph Tercey, and Steph is playing Mark's mom. And a fact about Steph is that she has a twin sister named Lauren, and they're both born on Valentine's Day. And a fun fact about Steph is that, at our school, they have like a senior it's sort of the male version of Homecoming Queen, but it's in a talent show format, and it's called Mr. Central. And a lot of people said that Steph should have won Mr. Central because she was in like half of the talent acts or whatever. But yes, I thought that was kind of funny, even though she couldn't have won. Okay, so next we have Kate Gilby on the far left. And Kate will be playing Mrs. Jefferson. And the fact about Kate is that she's an amazing dancer. I know, I've heard she's gone to, dance schools and stuff. And when Miss Harrington is teaching people dances, she's usually, one of the people in the front that, actually knows what they're doing as opposed to, the other 90% of the cast initially. And then a fun fact about Kate is that we were both in the same English class this past year, and we acted a lot. And pretty much everyone in our English class sucked at acting except for us. But it was kind of funny because, Kate's actually taking drama classes, at the school, with Mr. Hogan. So she knows, the actual, technical stuff, whereas I would just do, funny accents and everyone would think I was good, but that wasn't really. Alright. And then on the far right, we have Haley Whitco, and Haley will be playing Blanket Person and Alexi Darling. And a fact about Haley is that Haley is an amazing artist and photographer. I think she's majoring in art in college, I'm not really sure, but I know she draws lots of stuff. She worked on Senior Mural, and she was a photographer for the newspaper, which I also worked for, so I know that. And a fun fact about Haley, though, is that she has an impressive baby impersonation, which apparently she learned from Tracy. So if you see Haley or Tracy, definitely ask them to do their baby impersonation. It's very creepy, but it's impressive. Okay, and then we have myself. I'm Kevin Bronco, and I'll be playing Benny. And a fact about me is that I realized that in the second half of this year, I'm going to Philadelphia, Cedar Point, a Macklemore concert at Ohio State, Disney World, and Louisiana. So if you like any of those things, definitely ask me about those, I guess. I don't know, because I hopefully will enjoy all the places I'm going. And then a fun fact about me, alright, I'll try to keep this short because it's very long-winded. But essentially, so two members of the cast I haven't introduced yet, Ellie and Kevin, we all have bizarre connections to a town 45 minutes from here. Ellie's stepmom teaches next door to my aunt, and then that aunt's son is in the same grade as Kevin Warehand's cousin there, and they've been in a play or musical together directed by my aunt, so we all have bizarre connections to this one town in New Jersey. Yeah, okay. Alright, and then we have the future seniors, and okay, so first we have Carly Hatcher. She is the one with the red hair all the way to the right. And a fact about Carly is that she is a lifeguard at a camp this summer. I think it's Meadowbrook or something like that. So I thought that was pretty interesting, especially because I don't know, I don't think I'd be a good lifeguard. And then a fun fact about Carly, though, is that she plays 8 instruments, or around 8, including the fife. But yeah, so you should definitely ask Carly what instrument she plays, because I know it's a lot. Okay. Okay, so this is Morgan Hessel, and Morgan will be playing Ali or Ali. I'm not really sure how to pronounce it. But a fact about Morgan is that she's the only person I know who likes working at ShopRite. And a fun fact about Morgan is that in Children of Eden, we were spouses or whatever. Like I was Noah and she was Mama Noah. Like, but she was my spouse, and it was funny because despite that, like there was only one line in the script where I actually talked to her. So there were more times there were more times that while we were performing, I accidentally hit her on stage than actually said lines to her. Okay, and alright, so this is Sarah Catherine, and Sarah is the girl in the middle, and she'll be playing Roger's mom. And a fact about Sarah is that we both survived a very difficult math class together. And a fun fact about Sarah is that I actually don't know her last name because everyone calls her Sarah Catherine or Sarah. And so I will find out her last name at some point. And yeah, okay. Alright, so now we have Joel Latito, and Joel is the dashing gentleman on the far right side of the picture in the suit. And Joel will be playing waiter number 2. And a fact about Joel is that he's actually part Cuban, which I was surprised to learn. But a fun fact about Joel is that he's an amazing beatboxer, but he gets very annoyed if you try to request to like rap over his beats as I have done. And then it was awkward because he said he wouldn't do it. So Joel will have to do that at some point. Alright, so then we have future juniors in the fall. And we're going to start with Kevin Warehan, who will be playing Mark. And the fact about Kevin is that he's a prolific piano player and tap dancer. Ooh. And a fun fact about Kevin is that he has a great Bane impression, like the villain from The Dark Knight. And Kevin will also be the new wolf mascot for the school starting in the fall, which I will unfortunately not get to see as I will be in college. Okay, and then we have the guy who's filming this, Scott Schumacher. Hey, we're in Scott's studio. Alright, and then Scott will be playing Mr. Jefferson. And a fact about Scott is that he's a fantastic guitar player. I've seen him play twice at Battle of the Bands, and I think it was a total ripoff they didn't win. And then a fun fact about Scott is that he has the best smelling shirts. And that's not made up. You can ask like anybody from the play or whatever. I don't know if it's a special like brand of detergent he uses or something, but definitely ask to smell Scott's shirt. It will definitely not be awkward. Okay. Oh wait, I should probably confirm. Scott would be the only guy in that picture, just in case, I don't know, maybe some people are confused or whatever. Alright. Okay, good. Alright. Okay, then we have Rob Tagliaferro, and Rob will be playing, and Rob is the one in the gray Scrubs outfit in the middle, and Rob will be playing Gordon. And the fact about Rob is he's probably one of the most approachable people I know. And yeah, you know, so definitely like if you don't introduce yourself to him, he'll definitely introduce himself to you, which is nice, you know, he's just really fun to talk to. And my fun fact about Rob is that he has met Dee Snider, who is the lead singer of Twisted Sister, a classic rock band, and Rob is also a huge fan of that genre of music. Alright, and next we have Taylor Grant. Taylor is on the far right of the picture, so to the right of Scott, or to our right, left of Scott. And a fact about Taylor is that she was a member of Color Guard this past year, so that's like the flag twirling thing. I have a cousin in Texas that does Color Guard, but they do it with like guns or something. That's not made up. Okay, and then a fun fact about Taylor is that Taylor sends really long text messages, and like I've never gotten a message from Taylor that's been less than like 2 or 3 like text lengths long, if that's a measurement. And I thought that was interesting because that's something I do too. Okay, alright, and then we have Sarah Frohlke. And Sarah will be playing Sue. And a fact about Sarah is that both of her parents are pastors, which I thought was kind of neat. That's also why she's moving to, I think it's like Princeton, around that area.
West Windsor, I think.
West Windsor. All right, there we go. Thanks, Scott. Okay, and then a fun fact about Sarah is that when I initially met her, like I don't know why, I thought she was Kevin Warehan's cousin, and I'm not really, because they said they were cousins, but then I found out like a year later that they weren't. And it turns out that their families are just really good friends, and that's why she refers to Kevin as her cousin. Okay, so here we have Libby Cowens and Danny Tafone. And so, sorry Danny, I screwed up your name. But we'll start with Libby. So Libby's all the way on the left. And a fact about, Libby will be playing Paula, coat vendor, and vendor number 2. And a fact about Libby is that she has really good stage presence. Like a lot of the directors like compliment her about that and stuff, and because it like showed during her solo. And a fun fact about Libby is that she won the talent show singing a song that one of our friends had wrote. So that's pretty cool. And then the guy wearing the American Eagle shirt, the dark blue shirt in the middle, Danny Tafone, will be playing Squeegee Man. And a fact about Danny that you probably found out by now is that he is very outgoing And sometimes initially when I met Danny, he annoyed me a lot, but now I realize that like the world would be boring without a lot of Danny phones. And so I enjoy Danny's presence now. And a fun fact, alright, I can't say this without laughing. A fun fact about Danny is that he is freakishly good at gyrating his hips. No, it's true, Scott, you've seen it. Okay. Alright, so next we have Amy Rukoff, and she is second Christmas Bells. And a fact about Amy is that, well, she goes on like multiple church retreats, but one of the church retreats she goes to is like an hour away in Bergen. I'm not really sure why she goes to it, but I just thought that was kind of interesting, so you should ask her about that Bergen church retreat sometime. And a fun fact about Amy is that we are more like she and Kevin, like the other Kevin, convinced some of the freshmen that since they both have red hair that they were twins. And I think it worked with some of them. I'm not really sure. Okay, and then we have sophomores. All right, there we go. So now we have future sophomore. Okay, so this is Ellie Baker, and Ellie will be playing First Christmas Bells / Restaurant Hostess. And a fact about Ellie is that she was nominated for a Paper Mill Playhouse Rising Star Award. I don't think she won, but you know, that's irrelevant. She's a pretty good singer. And then a fun fact about Ellie is that, alright Scott, pan the camera for this one. So, you know when you taste someone, you make your hand like that and then you jab it into their side? Well, with Ellie's one of like the 3 people in the cast, including myself, who's very susceptible to that. So when you meet Ellie, you should definitely tase her because she reacts really badly to it, as does Sarah. So definitely tase Sarah as well. Okay, and then next we have Jeannie Schleppy. I believe she is the girl in the top row behind Connor Palasek, well, you don't know who that is. But wait, hold on, I'll just point her out. That is Jeannie right there. And a fact about Jeannie is that her sister was in my econ class, and a fun fact about Jeannie is that I don't know anything about her, so I will have to, Jeannie will be playing waiter number 1, and I will have to somehow start a conversation with her and find something out about her because we've never talked. But apparently I've been told by some of the freshmen or past freshmen that I am intimidating, so I will work to correct that, I guess, I don't know. Alright, okay, and so here we have Alan McSherry, and he will be playing Mr. Gray. And Alan is the kid in the photo next to Rob with the curly hair. And a fact about Alan is that he and I played recreational soccer this spring. And so it was funny because we got to make a lot of like inside references to the musical and the play and stuff like that. And a fun fact about Alan is that his dad played football for Westmore Central back when his dad was in high school. And so it's been very nice introducing you guys to the people I know at Westmore Central, and hopefully I will get to know you. Alright, looking forward to Ren. Bye.